Hello everyone and welcome to Hypixel Build Battle, a game I've not played for a very long time, but I do enjoy coming back to playing it every now and then. Basically you're given a theme and you have to build it, and basically people vote on which is the best one. Normally I can do okay, but not normally up at the top echelons of the vote, as it were, and we just got to see what we're going to build. Now this is going to be a choice. So we have knight, vending machine, fishing rod. Looks like we're doing vending machine because someone decided to super vote it. Right, this is not something I'm very good at, but we'll make this work. I'm going to get some coal blocks. I'm going to get some wood. That's not what I wanted. I want to get some glass. And I want to probably get some terracotta. We'll just get some various types of terracotta. And then I want to get myself a redstone block. The problem is half this time is just deciding what you want, and it's not going to... Of course that takes some time which you don't really have to your advantage. Okay, that should do us as a starting point. Let's get going. Let's get ourselves building here, and we're not going to make it too big because one of the dangers of this is building things too big and then you can never actually get things sorted in time. So probably go for quite a thin vending machine, because that way we don't have to build too much at the back either. So that's probably the idea anyway. But already a minute has passed. You only have 5 minutes for this thing. I'm much better at kind of more older themes of things. I've already lost my wooden block there. We'll just have to deal with that later. I'm much better at kind of medieval or fantasy builds than I am at kind of more modern builds. I really don't know if I'm going to get this built in time, to be perfectly honest. We're going to have to give it a go. There we go. And we're going to fill it up with glass. And of course then we'll put in some delicious snacks if we can. Right, let's fill in the floor. It's probably actually unnecessary to fill in the floor, but we've started now, we may as well conclude. One of the real challenges of this is just building it all in time, I find. Right, let's put glass down here. Probably did need to break that in all honesty, but that's okay. And we're just going to go for kind of nondescript things in the vending machine because we are running out of time. I've already made this too big and I'm slightly panicking because I'm not placing the glass as I should. But we'll just have to make this work. I kind of wish someone hadn't super voted the vending machine, but we'll just have to deal with that. Right, let's just put down some things. Let's go for this, and then kind of we can do another layer further up. Let's just try filling these walls because we're going to need to. Otherwise it's going to look really silly. In fact, we can actually kind of do the fillings somewhat, or the inside somewhat last minute. We just need to get this all finished first, otherwise really it's going to look kind of dreadful. It kind of already looks dreadful, to be perfectly honest. But that's okay, we just work with it how best we can. Just build as much as we can in the time being. I don't think it's really going to get itself a roof. Roof is going to take too long. So we just have to make this work regardless. It's taking us like 3 minutes just to build some walls, but that's okay. And then of course, there's about, what, 12 of us here I think, so that's going to be how many people will vote. I could normally get myself 4th or 3rd depending exactly on what it is I'm building, but this is not something I'm all too confident with building, and it's kind of terrible. As already mentioned, we've got a minute left. We're going to have to get inside now. So let's do this. The problem is I keep breaking into the wall, which of course is not very useful. And then we'll go up here and we will build some more snacks of varying types. It's probably going to be like a drinks thing, almost certainly. And then we'll put one more layer in, like this. We can even maybe put some signs on if we have the time, which we may not do. Which colour have we not done yet? We haven't done this terracotta here yet. And these just have to be kind of solo ones because we don't really have enough. There we go. Let's also put a glass roof on the top. And then we're going to have to implement some form of pavement system on the outside. Let's not my finest work for sure. Let's get some buttons, and then I want a sign as well. Oh goodness me, I've gone to the wrong place. Right, let's get a button here, a sign of some kind. Let's put that below and above. And I'm also going to try and get myself a power cable in the remaining 10 seconds. Like this. This is kind of terrible. There we go. Ooh, I'm not sure. So this is interesting. I'm not sure what this is supposed to be. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to give that a poo or a poop. It goes to Super Poop to Legendary. Here we go. I tend to give okay if they've got the idea of the build or they've got some version of the build here. Poop if it's kind of a bit naff, and then Super Poop if they just haven't tried at all. Here we go. I will give this an okay because it's a tough thing to build a vending machine in 5 minutes for sure. So there we go. Here's me. Of course I don't really get to vote on my own one, but at least I've got a roof and some stuff inside unlike some other people. So hopefully that pushes me slightly further above some other people. This is... I'm not sure this is a vending machine. This feels like more like a gamepad. So unfortunately that's kind of a poop. Can't quite make it in there. But I get it, it works. I just realised I didn't have a... I didn't have a slot for someone to actually buy some things from. There was no kind of hole at the bottom. That gets an okay because there is a vending machine. Maybe not a person as well. I'm not quite entirely sure how this is. I think this... Yes, unfortunately, I think Pedro, you might have got the topic wrong. I think a lot of people went for kind of gamepads or something similar to that as opposed to vending machines. That gets an okay purely for being a vending machine of some kind. And what do we have over here? This is actually pretty good. I'm going to give that a good because that is remarkable in the time, and it's actually a lot more detailed than perhaps some of the rest of us, including myself. Okay, this gets an okay because it is a vending machine. It just has some stuff. This is also a vending machine. I like the addition of the metal wires actually. I'm going to give that a good, even though it's possibly not 5 minutes work, but that's fine. This gets an okay. I kind of followed the same way of me here of doing the black exterior and then the glass and stuff behind. We get 4th place, which in all honesty is not too bad. I'm pretty happy with that. And as expected, the more detailed variant here won. That's not a problem at all. I'm pretty happy with 4th, given the vending machines are really not the thing I'm particularly good at, to be honest. There is something crazy going on outside. I apologise if you heard that. So, 4th in that first round. Let's see how we can do going forward in the next couple of rounds. I'd like to try and maintain kind of 3rd, 2nd to 4th. That's kind of a nice position to be in. Out of 16 players, that's not bad at all. One thing I actually really like making is hot air balloons. I can make a quite a good hot air balloon. It tends to do pretty well in the voting, as long as I can get it built in time, which is not always the case, to be perfectly honest. Pools are also pretty nice to make, and I go for like an old Roman bath more than anything else. And it kind of differentiates from people making swimming pools. I know that a Roman bath technically is a swimming pool, but it's a kind of different variation on that. So we can have crab, teddy bear, superhero, tornado, or vegetable garden. All of those are horrifying to try and make, but we'll go for tornado because we can just spam stuff everywhere and hope for the best. It does look like tornado's going to win. Excellent. So let's get some dirt down. That's going to be our base block, and then we're going to get some wood. Probably I should actually go for logs more than anything else. Oak logs, cobblestone. Let's go for some coal. And then we're also going to go for some cobwebs and possibly some glass shards as well. Let's go for some white stained glass. That should start us off nicely. We might even think about doing some kind of lightning if possible. Oh, and I would like to get some glowstone because we're going to make this at night because it's just going to look infinitely cooler. So it's going to turn to nighttime. And what we do, we just start building. Kind of in a weird roundabout fashion as such. It's going to look a little bit strange until it's all built, because we'll have to get rid of some of this for sure. It's kind of one of those ones where you just kind of spam blocks everywhere and hope for the best. So there we go, we get some gold. It's probably as tall as we can make it, so now we go down with another one. We just do this, and we kind of start building out another spiral in kind of the same direction, but at a lower altitude, I suppose you could say. It doesn't need to be perfect, but I would like to kind of mix them together at some point. Of course, we will eventually put stuff like glowstone and such through it, and also the... I'm not sure the coal works there, let's go, or the wood works there, let's go to that. We'll go for dirt instead. We already have dirt there. We can probably go for no, we can't go for gravel because gravel will fall. That's how Minecraft physics work. But let's keep on going with the spirals here. Oh, it's a teddy bear. It's not a tornado. That's embarrassing. Right, we're going to have to start that again. I thought it... Okay, we're going to have to clear our plot. There must be a way to do that. Right, let's... Oh, I see. We'll jump a bit or use the super vote to build a teddy bear. Right, that's interesting. Is there no way to clear my plot at all? And then we'll have to... That's just a floor change. It's hardly useful. Okay, this is embarrassing. Is there no way to clear my plot at all? Banner builder, particle selector, backdrop picker, music manager, save loadout, plot floor, plot biome, NPCs. You know what? Let's just go back to the lobby because we did not build what we were supposed to there. That's embarrassing. Okay, let's try this again. Hopefully we get the correct theme this time. I don't know if I want to edit that out, but you know what? I'll leave it in because it's funny to see me fail and build the wrong theme. And I'm not sure I would have been able to cancel that or destroy that in time and actually make a significant teddy bear. Gotta watch out for those super votes. People can be very sneaky with them. So, lion, orange, fire, spaceship or dole? I'd like to go for spaceship, that sounds fun. It looks like fire might win, but we will just keep an eye out. I do have plenty of super votes, I have 62, so I could super vote it, but it's more interesting when we have to make it ourselves. It looks to me like we're doing fire. It actually is fire this time, thankfully. So let's do this. I want to turn it to nighttime because fire, of course, looks better at night. Especially in this game. We're not playing with shaders, even though we could do. And let's get some cobblestone slabs. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. This is my kind of standard fire build. It's going to involve a bunch of glass and some glowstone. So yellow stained glass, red stained glass, and orange stained glass. A little bit of tinted black glass. Oh no, we can't do that. It's one of the newer blocks. We can, however, go for black stained glass, and then I'll go for some kind of smoky stuff as well, and some glowstone. And then we can get cracking. Excellent. So we just kind of lay up certain glass blocks everywhere to get ourselves ready. And every now and then we just pop in a glowstone block, and everything looks so much better at night time when it comes to lighting. So that's why I tend to make it at night. And we can probably do this here, and we just really just keep on building up. We'll also just get cobwebs though, because it's going to help with the smoke. Could maybe try to do something like smoke signals, but in 5 minutes it's very hard to build anything too detailed. So this is why I'm just doing some fairly basic building. Let's get rid of that because there's possibly a little bit too much red here. We'll get one more glowstone block over here and also there, so it kind of lights up. Thankfully this is actually quite a quick build to make, so let's also get some cobwebs down. That will act as our smoke coming out of the fire, and we can probably add a little bit more detail elsewhere as well. And let's get some glass panes in there. No glass panes, they look terrible because I forgot how they work in this, but we can possibly put a few other glass panes further down. So glass, I want yellow, red will do, and we'll just put a few bits down here just to give the for a little bit of detail, so it's not all one-dimensional. There we go. And what do we want to work on now? What can be added onto this? We could do like a Beacons of Gondor, that'd be fun. But I'm not sure how we would make that work. Instead, let's... Oh, what do we do? We could get something kind of spit roasting on it. Let's get ourselves some logs. I'd actually prefer to get some wood because that's the proper thing, but we can't do that. But we will kind of build a little spit here, I suppose you could say. Or possibly, it could be a bit like a... I suppose it could be a bit like an anvil or something like that. It's kind of a shame I haven't built an anvil over the top, but I'm not sure I have time to do so now. So we'll just kind of go for this more basic thing here. And what we'll do, we'll get a bunch of terracotta. We'll go for white terracotta, so it can kind of be, I guess, a bit like a marshmallow. At least that's the that's the idea. Whether anyone will actually get what I'm trying to go for is a whole other question. I think my fire looks okay, but I'm not sure it's particularly detailed or big. Whereas some of the people might go for more kind of bigger fires. We're going to have to just build that there. And this looks weird without this bit here. I'm also going to get some other terracotta of a slightly darker colour. Let's go for this just normal terracotta here. And because this is closer to the fire, some of it can be brown, although maybe not all of it. Although again, it's going to be a little tough to see if anyone actually gets what I'm trying to go for. And we can probably do a little bit of smoke coming off that as well to show it's cooking. Thus, we should probably make the smoke go in the same way, otherwise that's not going to make any sense. So we'll go kind of coming up this way. Possibly might have slightly overdone it with the cobwebs, the smoke, but that's okay. This is a weird build, I'm not sure I'm all too fond of this. And then we're just going to get some gravel. And we're just going to give our ground a little bit of texture, so it's not all the same. Although really I'm not sure that's going to add a huge amount to the quality of our build. Okay, oh, I like this. I like the kind of log plume, or the log base below. I'm actually going to do that good. Very orangey there. This is much better than mine is. This is what I would like to aspire to do. That gets a good, in fact that probably gets an epic to be perfectly honest. This gets a super poop because it's fire, but someone's just got flint and steel and water all over the floor. And as someone else said in the chat, it's not overly creative. This gets an okay because it's a fire. But yeah, if someone just kind of spams something all over the floor, I don't consider that a particularly good build. I don't think I'm going to do particularly well in this entire run, but that's okay. Please don't report me, whoever that was. Okay, this is a remarkable fire, but I'm only going to give it an okay because it hasn't really got a base of anything, it's just a fire by itself. It has an interesting use of banners, but it's a little bit strange. I'm going to have to give it a poop, I think, unfortunately. This is okay, but the fire is flat. But it gets an okay for being a fire regardless, that's not a problem. Oh, someone else had the same idea as I did, but managed to execute it a lot better than I did. You can have a good. For actually kind of doing a much better variant of what I tried to do. Okay, everyone else has kind of gone for the same plan of mix some terracotta, mix some glass together. That gets an okay. This is a person. That's also a person. That is also maybe not really a person, but it's certainly not a fire for sure. This is a fire? I presume this is a fire. That gets an okay. Oh, it's in a chimney. That's cute. Let's give that a good. This is a fire, but it doesn't particularly strike me as 5 minutes work, so that gets a poop. Because the fire is actually very minimal in that. This also gets a poop. purely because I think it's just setting things on fire. It's not that good. We scored 7th out of, I think, 16, so at least in the top half of that. Not perfect, but hey ho, you know, we do what we can. We get fire. So we become 4th, become 7th, and we don't talk about the tornado incident of the previous round. Okay, let's go for one more, and we see what we will get. I'm hoping for one I'm a bit more confident with. I'm not the world's best builder. I don't mind building, but I tend to be a little bit better with taking some time. I'm not very good at building quickly. I'd like to do throne. Hamburger would be a bit boring, but I wouldn't mind doing it. Throne would be a lot more interesting, I think. Hamburger it is. Okay, how are we going to make this actually look good? That's the problem. Okay, let's get some quartz. That's going to be the basis of our plate. We'll get some quartz stairs as well, and we'll get some planks. Okay, we might even think about getting some fries as well, but for now let's focus on the hamburger, originally from Hamburg, Germany, as you might imagine. Let's go for... we need to make this burger kind of big enough at least. So let's do this, and then we want to go 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2, and the same over here as well. And that should hopefully be big enough for a plate, and we need to just give it a rim as well. Like this. I think we'll actually do that with slabs, not with stairs. Because unfortunately it's going to be on a weird half angle, which I'm not thrilled by because of the slabs. So we're probably actually going to need to build this up further, but we've already committed too much to this now. So we're just going to have to make this work. This is not my preferred building choice. I would have much preferred the throne. Does that work? Is that all even? Pretty much. Okay, how are we going to do this? Let's go for probably terracotta here. We go for white terracotta. We might want to think about something for the seeds. We'll go for yellow terracotta for cheese. Tomato, lettuce. We don't really have a good green for lettuce. We'll go for lime terracotta and brown for the patty. And we're actually going to have to build this plate up because otherwise it's going to look incredibly strange on half slabs, and that's not what we want. Not ideal. I'd like to give this plate a rim if I have time, but I may not do. We'll just have to see how that goes. Right, I really don't know how I'm going to make this look any different from anyone else's, to be perfectly honest with you. I think it's a slightly dull theme, but hey ho, we will just have to do what we can. So we go like this. 1 2 3. Okay, that is the basis of our burger. What comes after that? Probably we would go for the patty. So we're going to go for a square patty because it's going to be like a Wendy's patty, which is, I think, square from memory. We could try to go for an egg as well, actually. We can go for like an open top burger, which might be pretty cool. We probably don't actually need to fill in all these little bits here. Then we'll go for some cheese in between. Okay, cheese is just going to have to go like this. Problem is, it's just going to be square. That's really dull. Got some cheese here, and then we're going to have some. We're going to have another patty on top. So let's do that. It's going to be, like I said, a square patty, just because it adds a little bit of differentials between the two. This is already looking dreadful, to be perfectly honest with you, but we're going to have to make this work. And then what do we want to go on top? Let's go for a couple of tomatoes. So let's put like a tomato here, tomato there, tomato there, tomato there. Then we can go for some lettuce leaves on top. Let's go for like one there, one here. It's going to kind of be protruding out of the burger, but better than nothing. But it doesn't. It looks really weird, doesn't it? We'll put some green in here, but we'll give it kind of some texture by doing it over a couple of different layers, kind of avocado or something similar. then we're going to go for some, not some bacon, but what we can do, we can go for an egg on top. It's going to be an open burger. We've already got the quartz, that's fine, so let's go for one. Okay, let's do this. It's going to be like a multi-layered egg. It's all going to kind of be falling down. Then I want some yellow wool. Actually, let's go for a gold block. Let's make this a fancy egg, shall we? And that can go there. So that's going to be the egg. Looks really strange. And then we need to just build the other patty out here by the side. So let's go for 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We needed to build this out a little bit more, really. But let's just do that. That's going to be all we can manage at the time. Not my best attempt. I actually think this one is a much better attempt than what I tried. But at least I had a plate, which I'm happy by. But I think the burger's a lot better there. There's my open top burger. It looks kind of dreadful. It looks a bit more like an ice cream than anything else. But hey ho. Also, we're second in the voting, which is sometimes can be troublesome. It's really hard to build a detailed burger because that's the McDonald's logo. It's really hard because nearly all of it is in one singular layer upwards. And most people kind of gone for similar ones that I have in terms of kind of style and makeup. This looks like a nice burger, although lettuce on the bottom is going to get a bit soggy, but that's okay. Oh no, that's fine, it can have an okay, we don't need to give it a poop. This is a very yellow burger, but tomato, always the lettuce on the bottom, or maybe it's supposed to be sauce, but I'll give that a good just for the falling cheese. This is part of a burger, and I'll give it good purely just for the effort, although it's of course only part of a burger. This is some form of oh no, I see it. I can have an okay. And this is a very tall burger, to be honest. I'm actually going to give that a poo just because it kind of is a bit strange. And we take 6th place, not with a very high score, to be honest, but that's fine. And some got banned from our game, wonderful. Let's go for one more, see if we can get ourselves in the top 3 to finish off this episode. And let's hope we get a good theme, because hamburger is really hard to make interesting from someone else's hamburger. So we have library, astronaut, crab, baby, or donut. Please don't do donut. Libraries can be really interesting. I could super vote it, but that's not really what I'm about. I don't think library's going to win, to be honest with you. Astronaut, that's a fun one. Let's see how we're going to do that. I'm not very good with people. I'm making people up. Okay, let's go for quartz. And let's go for... No, we can't do smooth quartz. That's not a real block in this, at least. Quartz block. Let's go for glass. Let's go for coal. Let's go for... we'll try to do the American flag if we have time. We'll try to do the moon landing. So we want gravel. And probably... Actually, no, let's go for andesite. It's probably a better block for the moon landing. Oh my goodness, I'm going to have to work quickly. Right. So we're going to go for... let's go for some boots here. This, I'm so bad. I'm so terrible at building feet and just stuff in general, to be honest. When it comes to humans, this is not my comfort zone. We're actually going to do this. And he's going to have pretty long legs. Then we can go for... I don't know if we're going for like a flat one or... His legs are so spinny though. Let's actually go for like a cute... Let's even go for like a small one if we can. That might work better. Let's go for like here, here and here. We're going to go for like a cute little astronaut instead. He can have some little legs and he can have a big old podgy belly. I think that would be nice and cute. Let's go for this, and he can have a little bit of an outwards belly. Although actually no, they wouldn't have had too much of a belly there. But let's give him a little bit of... He's not going to have any actual like real skin or anything, but you wouldn't in... oh my goodness, I'm so bad. I'm so bad at building humans. Actually, I'm bad at humans. I'm also bad with animals, to be honest. We need to give them like a bit of a jetpack or something. So let's do that. And let's get some cobble walls, like this. That can be kind of the jetpack boost thing. And then we need to give him a head, probably some arms as well, to be honest. So let's do that. Let's do he would have some gloves on, wouldn't he? So let's go for some cobble walls, cobble stairs even. That can be his gloves. So let's do this. We are going to have to work quickly if we want to get the flag down as well. I'm so bad at humans. Then we're going to build his face, or his helmet I should say. Like this. Oh my goodness. I am terrible at this. And we'll put a coal block behind. And he can kind of have some form of helmet. He's going to kind of be like a one-eyed astronaut. This is terrible. And what we'll do, build a kind of a coal helmet around him. This is dreadful. Okay, let's do this instead. We'll go for wool of some kind. We'll go for white, and we'll go for blue. We'll give him blue eyes, why not? Gives it a little bit of colour. And we'll put some glass over. We've already got glass, that's fine. Like this. But we'll probably want to build this round so it actually looks like a proper helmet. And this as well. We just want to probably enclose this if we can. Goodness me. And I'd really like to build a flag of some kind if I have time, which I'm almost certainly not going to do. But I do want to enclose this helmet, otherwise it's going to look strange. Okay, if we can, let's build a flag. It's not going to be the American flag, we're not going to have time to build that by any means. I actually have to move this forward because it's going to get in the way otherwise. I'm so bad at building humans, this is terrible. And we're going to just have to come up with like a fictional country flag, I would say. There we go. And it can have a green stripe, green wool. This could be our fictional country's flag. There we go. Looks a bit like Cuba, but not quite. Man, building an astronaut is hard. I mean, I'm terrible with building humans anyway, but building an astronaut on top of that is even worse, really. But that's okay. It's not bad at all. Aha! Yeah, snow, the end stone here. I guess that's the American flag there. Pretty sure it's... Well, I think that's trying to be the American flag. This is... Oh, what does the sign say? What does the sign say? That says Nebula. We'll give that an okay. I'm not too fond of pixel arts and these kind of things, but that's fine. That looks suspiciously like a character from Among Us, but it's not, I don't think. That can also have okay. No, someone else thinks this is the Among Us character. Here is my random astronaut. It's not very good. And I put the flag right in front of him, but that's fine. At least it's not an American flag. It's something different. I mean, I didn't go for a real country's flag, is what I'm trying to say. It does show that I'm skilled there. I'm not sure I believe that after today. Oh, I forgot to vote that. That's a problem. This is space. That gets poo just because there's not much building of the actual astronaut. Unfortunately, this gets a poo as well. While very good, it's just too ambitious and has not been built in time. These are definitely this is definitely an Among Us character, and that is some form of cactus thing. That gets okay, just about. That's the American flag there. An astronaut with some thumbs up. That gets okay. It's got an astronaut in it to some extent, and I'm not very good at astronauts anyway. That gets a good. It's a pixel art which I wouldn't really be fond of normally, but it's a pretty good pixel art, so it can get a good. Pixel art is something I'm just not very good at myself. And I think that's a good, just for, I like the details of the different colours. And I get 6th, not too bad. And looks like the pixel art wins it for today. So overall that I think was 4th, 6th, 6th and 7th, or something too bad. Something like that. It's not too bad, you know. Sometimes I would get higher, sometimes I get lower. It really depends on what comes up to build. There is also the pro mode, which actually has a few more people now. When I was trying to set up to record earlier, I only had about 4 people in, so it wasn't really worth trying to get into a game. But that gives you a bit longer and has more broad themes like medieval or fantasy or dragons and stuff like that. But I think we'll leave things there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm not sure if we'll see this back again, but I thought I wanted to play some, so I thought I may as well record it. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.